Shalom, family, brothers and sisters. It's your brother Micaiah from One Nation, One Power, the Church of Christ. And I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Ahaya, Asher, Ahaya, in the name of Yeshaya and the Ruach Kodesh. So I seen this video of Elder Big Judah's a couple days ago, right? And so, I had some things I had precepted inside of the seal portion. And so, I was reading it, and I saw this video a couple days later, and then all of a sudden, something just downloaded into my spirit. And it's regarding to another piece of the puzzle, all right? And so, I just want to show you that real quick. And also, I want to show you a few things. So I want you to see it for yourself, all right? And in regards to speaking about this, the lost city of Atlantis, everybody wants to find out more information about it, right? And so, I've been given a little bit of the, the piece of the puzzle, and so, that's what I want to do, since, that's how we precept things, right? Everybody brings a piece of the puzzle together, and, and we just get the full, clear understanding. So, I'm about to bring a piece to the table. And some of you guys out there, might bring another piece of the, to this understanding. But I want to show you guys something real quick, okay? So just hang on real quick.
Good rising, brethren. This is Big Judah coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. I pray that the Most High blesses this lesson this evening, gives more knowledge and understanding of the events of the past, in order to understand the events that are currently happening on the earth, so we get a much better understanding of the things that are soon to come on the earth. I went back and Spirit moved me to go back and take a look at the movie 2012. And with the understanding that the Most High is giving to us now, we understand that these Gentiles went ahead and made an apocalyptic movie. And at the beginning of the movie, there was a great conjunction of the planets. And there was a huge outburst from the sun. And it pretty much was signaling the end of the earth as they know it. At the beginning of the movie, the President of the United States had that big meeting with all of the heads of state from people all over the world. And he was just confirming that life as they know it would soon come to an end. Now see, they're always trying to tell you.
Alright, so remember he says that they came to like a, like a conjunction of the situation, right? So look, this is what's going on right now. As you guys can see that the continents are starting to close in together, right? And so this is, if you get the continent of Africa and the continent of the Americas, it is a puzzle piece that fits, all right? And so this is what Big Judah is talking about right here, all right? So as you guys can see right here, all right, it fits perfect, all right? So I just want to go over there real quick, and we'll continue watching this video, because there's something else I want to show you too.
Tell you things without telling you things.
Right in front of your face, basically.
They're always trying to hint at the truth, but not give you the truth. Yes, the end of their reign has come. And since they only can see how things affect them, that's all they're going to concentrate on. That is true. The world as they know it will soon come to an end. The world of being on top. The world of being able to use everyone else as your footstool. The time of you being able to suck the energy out of the world for your sakes. All of that is coming to an end.
Absolutely.
And see, these people know. You know, I just kind of look at this picture right here, and they got, you know, Caesarea built that huge statue up on top of that mountain. Just kind of makes me think.
And here's something else too I want to mention. What is your purpose in this world today? Is your purpose to be going along with the world system as you know it today? Or is your purpose and destiny to tear down this system in a righteous fashioned manner to bring, you know, a righteous kingdom? Which is it? Are you to blend in with this society today, even though it is wicked as hell? And that you want to stay in the situation and you want to stay in, you know, the quicksand that you're in right now? Is that your destiny? Or is your destiny to take this kingdom by force and come to the gate of repentance and water baptism to bring a righteous kingdom to this planet? What is your purpose on this planet?
What ley lines and what power structures are underneath that statue? You don't go through all that effort of building a statue on top of that particular mountain for no reason. But now, knowing that in this great conjunction that's coming now, in 10 days from now, that this is what is being signaled right here. The fall of their world system, the fall of their religious system, the fall of their monetary system, the fall of their military system. Everything that they hold dear is going to be swept off the land.
And if you want to,
as you can see right here, you know, the water was used.
And if you really want to, just put the 2 in front of the 1 and make it 2021, right? You're going to start to see a lot of this destruction start to come to pass now. Watch.
Used to sweep off the lands in the movie, to destroy the lands. But you know, Esau always comes out at the end by building the arks, their as they called them, their ships, and how they were able to, you know, save themselves. As always, they're always able to save themselves at the end. And then all of a sudden, Africa, you know, is raised up out of the waters, and they're able to go. They're going to be able to go over and repopulate the world and start all over again. It's always a good times, a great ending for them. But like he said at the beginning, the president, Danny Glover, life as they know it will soon come to an end, and it's not going to be any, you know, happy ending for them this time. But just as things are lining up today with these huge outbursts from the sun, some of the biggest ever, by people being able to see the northern lights in the northern part of America. So all these changes going on. Now you're seeing, you know, the stars being aligned as this great conjunction that went along with the birth of Yahushai and Pisces. More than likely also signaling the deluge that we learned about, you know, for the last videos. Something that shows you that these people know, and they've just been hiding it from us, is a scene where Cusack took his kids to Yellowstone, and they went to go see the lake that was there that had disappeared, and then they got picked up by the military, and then he had a conversation with the lead of the movie, okay, and he was like, "Are you the Jackson Curtis that wrote, what was the name of the book? Farewell Atlantis." This is on the scene right here, okay, when they were getting picked up by the military. And he asked them, are you the ones are you the one that wrote Farewell Atlantis? And he said, yeah, that's me. The thing is, it's not about the book. It's about the title of the book, Farewell Atlantis. Now, years ago, many of us didn't really pick up on that. But right now, America is what? Covered by the Holy Spirit and the dove. America is supposed to be what again? A new Atlantis. Who's supposed to be getting swept off these lands right now? The Gentiles. So all the things, so they would put a farewell Atlantis, knowing that for them, Atlantis will not be accessible to them anymore. The lands here will not be, they won't have access to them anymore. So the fact that they put that in their farewell Atlantis, we know that they're saying that they're going to be leaving. They know they're going to be leaving. And they know that this land is going to be turned into a new Atlantis. Why else would you put that in there? They knew they were going to be leaving. But of course, for them in the movie, they had a fairy tale ending where everyone else died except for them, as always. Okay? But you see this? You see how they knew about Atlantis. They knew how the America is going to be changed to an Atlantis. They know how important these lands are. And they know how the Most High is going to protect the people that are here. They're well aware of all these things. You think they put these things in here just on accident? They put these kinds of, books and little tidbits of information in here on accident? Hell no. They know exactly what they're doing. They know what's coming. They know what this conjunction means. They learned it from our people. They saw how it worked for them the last time. The last conjunction was here. It worked.
Okay. And so now we're about to see what that last conjunction looked like, right? So now look at this. Here is some more subliminal messages, all right? So pay attention right here. Watch this, okay? So now we're going to go to the history and the lost trident of Atlantis. So this is what they're putting right in front of your face. So this is what they're putting right in front of your face in that movie Aquaman, right? So if you've never seen this movie, go get time and watch and check it out, okay? Because it also towards the end, it has to do a lot with that creature. What is his name? Leviathan. And then this brother right here, this actor, this is the position that Christ is supposed to play. Because Christ, he knows the minds and the hearts of us, the children of men. Christ knows everything from the beginning to the end. Yeshua, he knows about it. And so, they want to use subliminal messages like this and put it right in your face and you not know about it. But look, check this out, okay?
On the surface, no one's going to take me seriously. Okay, I don't even know where to begin.
By winning the hearts and minds of the people, by proving to them that you're worthy and retrieving this.
I already got one of those.
Not like this one, you don't. This is the lost trident of Atlantis.
Oh, I know the story.
It's more than a story. It's real. It was forged by the greatest weapon masters in history. Crafted from Poseidon's steel for King Atlan, the first ruler of Atlantis. Legend says the trident was imbued with the power to command the sea.
So what happened to it?
To know that is to go back to the time before the Great Fall, when King Atlan ruled over all there was, when the kingdoms of Atlantis won. It was a time of great prosperity and technological advancement.
Listen to that.
We had unlocked the secret of unlimited energy at a time when the rest of the world still thought sank. But the very power that collapsed our civilization also paved the way to our future. It gave us the ability to breathe underwater. And so, we evolved. Others regressed, became savage. And the king lived out the remainder of his days.
Okay, so now that you guys have seen that right there, right? Where he was talking about, him, about the city of Atlantis, once being on land. And how, it used to be in that matter, right? So check this out now. So now we're going to start doing a little bit of reading. Okay? I'm going to start doing a little bit of reading. This is in the still portion, chapter 25 and verse 58. Alright? So get your still portion out. And we're going to read 58. Still portion, chapter 25, verses 58 through 70. Alright, so get that out. And we're going to read. And you're going to start to see a lot of this stuff that I'm reading, it talks about in the precepts back with the stick of Judah. And it reads, still portion, chapter 25, verse 58. And these same angels were commanded. Okay, and these same angels were commanded by the Father to prepare the city of Enoch. What? To prepare the city of Enoch to be taken from among the people of the earth. For behold, the people of Enoch had passed through the days of their probation without sin, and they were ready to inherit the kingdoms of their happiness, which is their glory in the kingdom of the Father. And because they had done all these things, the Father was not restricted in what he could do for them. And these angels caused a deep sleep. What? And these angels caused a deep sleep to come upon the inhabitants of the city of Enoch. And according to the words of the brother of Jared, they were taken up into the heavens. What? They were taken up into the heavens. So remember, we're looking at a few things right here, right? We're looking at a few things right here. It says over there in verse 58, right? It says probation. Where does it talk about probation at? It talks about probation inside of the Book of Mormon, correct? That's where it talks about probation. That's where you learn about your probation. And so, it also talks about over here too. And it says, in 59 it says, and according to the word of the brother of Jared, they were taken up into the heavens. What? They were taken up into the heavens. So let's get that out real quick. That talks about over there in, there's a few precepts that we can go to, where it talks about Enoch, right? It's Genesis 5:24. Genesis 5:24. Let's get that out real quick. And it reads, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. What? For God took him. Alright? Remember when Elder Ayo, he brought out that one, it was like a catching up situation, right? With that in Isaiah 57:1. This is for like all those brothers and sisters, that weren't able to endure all the way to the end. Like if they're like on oxygen or something like that, right? So it says right here in Isaiah 57:1, the righteous perish, and no man laid it to heart, and merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. From what? From the evil to come. So now we're about to go through a situation in life to where we're gonna be going in from the ghettos to the wilderness and then inside the kingdom. Alright? But we can keep precepting over there in 1 Corinthians 15. 1 Corinthians 15. Alright? 1 Corinthians 15. See, a lot of Christians out there, they can't precept all this without having these books in their hands. But like, check this out, okay? Check this out. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, and we will read at verse 47 to and down a little bit. All right. 1 Corinthians 15:47. The first man is of the earth, earthly. The second man is of the Lord from heaven. As the earthly, such are as also as earthly, and is heavenly, as such are those are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthly, we shall bear the image of the heavenly. Now I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all change in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall not sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Right? So that is another insight, that precept with that real quick, right? So now we're going to keep reading. We're going to keep reading real quick, okay? So I just read to you right there, right? Let's keep reading real quick. So we are in verse 60, correct? Verse 60. And it says in verse 60, and the brother of Jair wrote, saying, and I beheld columns of light coming down from the heavens upon the people who were fast asleep in the city of Enoch. What? In the city of Enoch. And by the power of God, which is unknown by man, these were lifted out of their beds and out of their houses, and anywhere that they have fallen into a deep sleep by the commandments of the angels of God. And these angels caused this great sleep to come upon them, introducing a mixture of elements into the air that was in and around the city of Enoch, and all the people fell fast asleep by breathing this mixture of elements that was put into the air by the angels of God. Alright, so we're at 62. And it says, and these great columns of light were many, and were exceedingly great and wondrous, and upon these beams of light were all the people of the city of Enoch taken up to the heavens. And they were taken to the planet on which our Father dwelleth, and they were still asleep as they rested in the kingdom of the Father. And the eternal mothers of these spirits and also the Father went forth and touched each one. And these eternal parents touched their spirit children, and each woke and glorified their mothers and their father, whom they immediately recognized. What? Whom they immediately recognized, having had the veil removed from their minds, and by the touch of their mothers, and some of the touch of their father. And the people of Enoch were accepted by the people who lived on the planet with the Father. And they could now understand all things that they had been taught as spirits by the Father, and also in their experiences during the days of their probation. 66. So we're in the still portion, 25:66. And many of their mortal relatives who had died were still in the spirit world upon the earth, waiting for the day of their resurrection. But the people of Enoch reside with the Father, and the Father explained unto them that they would not be given a body of exalted flesh and bone at this time, because it is necessary that they one day return to the earth and be presented to all the world as an example. So this, pay attention right here, okay? So this is what we are doing right now. We're being an example to the rest of the world and showing you that it is possible to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. Alright? 67. And I'll read it to you guys again. Still portion 25 and 67. And the Father explained unto them that they would not be given a body of exalted flesh and bone at this time. So what is that saying? That we were in the spirit world at the time. Because it was necessary that they one day return to the earth and be presented to all the world as an example that it is possible to live in morality and keep all the commandments of God. What is one of the commandments of God, my brothers and sisters? Love. 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 What's another commandment? Water baptism. Water baptism. Water baptism. These are commandments that you can keep on your earthly days of probation. So now you know why in the spirit world we have such a strong bond with each other at One Nation, One Power. Because our spirit was once up with the Father and we came down over here. And we're showing these people of this earth today that it is possible to live in the days of your probation and also to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Verse 68. We're in verse 68 now, right? Sorry I didn't take enough pictures. And it says, and now I, Moroni, would that you should understand that there are many spirits who would want to believe that the plan of the salvation that the Father presented unto us is unfair, and that it is impossible to keep all the commandments that he hath given us. And for this reason the Father took the people of Enoch unto himself, and one day these shall return once again to the earth and show themselves unto the children of men. What? And they shall show themselves unto the children of men. And they shall show that they still have mortal bodies, and with these mortal bodies they shall keep all the commandments of God, and then shall the wicked see. What? And then shall the wicked see them and know it is possible to do all things. What? All things. Whatsoever the Father hath given us to do, and then they shall have no excuses for their wickedness. Verse 70. Verse 70, this is where we're going to hit it right here, okay? Pay attention. Verse 70 says, and it came to pass that the Lord caused the city of Enoch, what? The city of Enoch, that it was left behind. Yeah, even its buildings and all the things therein, to be buried in the depths of the sea. Just as you guys seen in that video, right? To be buried in the depths of the sea. And when other nations of the earth found that the great city of righteousness had vanished by the fierce power of the Lord, they began to invent all kinds of stories as to why this occurred, using many of these stories to keep the majority of the people subject under the power and authority of their gods. So, that lost city of Atlantis, its true name is the city of Enoch. And the land of Eden is over here in the Americas. Everything started over here in the Americas. Adam took his people because all of the wickedness started to occur over here on these lands. Adam built a ship and he traveled over there to the Middle East. Adam warned the rest of the folks, hey, you're gonna come with us or you're gonna die. And so a lot of those people that stood over here, either they built the city and they started going around and terrorizing other people that stood, or they either they got swept off the land basically. They try to move up. They try to move up to the north, but it was too cold over there in the north, and they weren't able to survive in the winter conditions up in the north. So that's how how history was beginning. History began over here in the Americas, my brothers and sisters. History began over here in the Americas. If you look at it and you see a lot of the rocks over here in the Americas are a lot much older than the rocks over there in the Middle East. I'm just trying to put that out so that you guys have enough information and knowledge to understand these things. Because a lot of these Gentiles, they only have half of the story. And they're not so focused on everything that they're supposed to be doing. So the timeline is basically everything started over here in the Americas, right? Everything started over here in the Americas. Okay, everything started over here in the Americas. The continent split, right, with that earthquake or whatever. They split. Adam told his people, hey, we got to move because, Mosiah is going to be doing a great thing. A great thing. And so, they got a ship. They traveled over there to in between the Mediterranean Sea. And then from there, that's when all the history that the majority of the Gentiles they use started over there. That's how they use it. And, of course, the Northern Kingdom, was us. And then we came over here back to the Americas. And majority of other people, they stood over there. Like the Southern Kingdom of Judah, all that, they stood over there. While the majority of us were over here. The 10 tribes. Inside the Book of Mormon, the Nephites and all that. But I just wanted to give you a headline and touch bases with you guys on this and, just give you part of the story. We prophesy in part, and we're also going to share in part as well. So, just thought I'd give you that. And, very soon or very, very soon, we just gotta stick together, build up this city. We gotta build up the city of Zion. And then also, just have a place for Yeshua to come back and establish his kingdom. All right? I love you guys. Take care. Shalom.